Good morning, everyone. My name is Ted Phillips. I'm the chair of the JEA Awards Committee, and I would like to call the August 15th, 2024 awards meeting to order. We have a physical quorum present, represented by myself, Ted Phillips, and Ray Marshall. David Emmanuel, are you on the Teams call?
Yes, sir.
All right, so OGC is represented by Rebecca Levy. Budget is represented by Stephanie Neely. Did we receive any public comment via email?
No public comments were received.
We have no one here in person. Is there anyone on the line from the public who would like to make a comment? If so, please unmute yourself and speak up. Hearing none, we will move on. On today's consent agenda, we have items 1 through 4. They have been approved by procurement, budget, OGC, legal, the business unit, VP and chief, and are ready for the awards committee approval. Before I take a vote on the consent agenda, are there any items on the consent agenda that any of the board members would like to move to the regular agenda or defer to another week?
Chair Phillips, I would like to move item number 4 to the regular agenda, please.
All right. David, do you have any requests for changes?
I do not.
Okay, so I will entertain a motion to adopt today's consent agenda as amended with items 1 through 3, and then we will review item 4 as item 1 on the regular agenda. Could I get a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
So that was Ray with the motion, David with the second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion is adopted. We will move to our regular agenda item, which is item number 4 off of the consent agenda. So Ray, I'll open the floor to you to ask any questions.
Thank you, Chair Phillips. So this is the one on miscellaneous electric items. And if there's anybody to speak on it, as I understand it, a well-written summary. What I'm curious about is there's a sentence in here that says, I guess this is a 5-year contract with multiple vendors, 2-year renewals, that there will be the estimated cost increase is 21%. 21%, and I guess that's over the 5-year period. However, still lower than CPI of 23% over the previous 5-year contract. If somebody could shed some light on what that means and what was the previous 5-year contract? Were there contracts with all these vendors? Is there a built-in CPI for the contract going forward? Just looking for some light to be shed on that.
Yes, can you hear me? This is Lynn Ricks. I'm the buyer on the solicitation.
Yes.
Okay. This is just speaking to historical. We had a contract previously in place for these items, and the pricing that we got on this bid was 21% higher than what the pricing had been previously. But the CPI has gone up 23%. We do have they do have the ability to request price increase over these 5 years, but it will be tied to CPI.
Lynn, could you maybe go into a little bit more detail of the last contract? Did we have CPI increases, or was that a flat 5-year contract where the rate stayed the same? So when we saw this big jump, we were equating it to the 21% increase versus the CPI at the time.
We did have CPI in the previous contract, yes.
Did they utilize it?
Yes, it was utilized. I would have to go back and look at whether we were looking at the original numbers or the most recent numbers. I believe we were looking at the original numbers of the bid.
Okay, yes.
So if we looked
The
at the more
true
recent, if we looked at what the pricing is right now, it might be less of an increase.
Yeah, I think the
Okay.
true comparison there should be based off of what we're paying now after CPI, so we can see what the market has done, a true market review of that. Would you like for us to go back and do that, Ray, and we will defer this one until next week?
Yeah, I think some clarification on that would be good. There'll be a tremendous difference between 21% over, well, you already know that, Jenny.
Yeah.
Already
Yep.
what we've seen versus the original. If there could be some clarification, it won't do any harm, will it?
That would be my question is there any of these items that pushing this back 1 week will cause us issues?
No, we're currently purchasing them on spot buys.
Okay.
Well, I think that would help clarify this. So I appreciate what you're comparing apples to apples when you look back when this was bid versus now what it was bid. But I think also a comparison of what we're currently paying versus what we will be paying would be also a good piece of data. So I think this is not an or, but an and kind of thing. If we could have both of those things kind of going into the future with when you do these write-ups, that would be helpful.
Okay, no problem. I'll get that done for you.
Thank you so much. So may I get a motion to defer item number 1 of the regular agenda to next week?
So
So
moved.
moved. No, moved by.
Okay, so moved by David, seconded by Ray. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, so items 1 through 3 of the consent agenda have been approved for the August 15th, 2024 meeting. Item 4/1 has been deferred till next week. Is there any other business that needs to come before this committee today? Hearing none, I will go ahead and adjourn the meeting. Thank you to everyone, and hope you have a great rest of your week. Thank you for all the work, and see you next Thursday.
Thank you.